My name is Brooklyn, and Andrea and I have been best friends for as long as I can remember. We first met in preschool and somehow managed to stay close ever since. From the two of us always getting in trouble in elementary school, our awkward middle school stage that we can all pretend never happened, and to our wild, dramatic, and difficult high school years, to living together in college and now navigating adulthood together. We've always had each other's back, and I'm so grateful to have a friendship like ours. Lots of exciting things to celebrate together, like today, getting to stand by her side while she marries her other best friend. It's fine, her Bismarck best friend. Speaking of those wild high school years, when we were 15, I remember Drea and I sitting in chemistry class, stalking on Instagram this cute older boy she met at a golf tournament with her dad. We were so young that I didn't even think anything of it. It was just another boy, just another day. Little did I know that this boy would be making a couple more appearances in the upcoming years and one grand entrance into my best friend's life.
When we were younger, Andrea used to get mad at me for taking her clothes, playing Barbies wrong, and being with her and her friends when they were supposed to be babysitting me. I would be told, if you go away now, I'll play Barbies with you tomorrow. She followed through most of the time, but every time she wouldn't, she'd go off to school the next day, and when she came back, some of the Barbie heads were missing. I would get yelled at, and we would fight like all sisters, and then an hour later, we'd be best friends again. And as time went on, we started to become actual best friends. I never wanted to leave your side or stop talking to you, and I now see why when you met Jaden, you would go to Bismarck or he would come to Fargo almost every weekend. I remember the first time I met Jaden, and I said, "So this is the guy you posted on Instagram."
Here's my story about Andrea. I got a story for about Andrea. Every weekend, Jaden would pick me up in Steele. We'd book it to Grand Forks. But then one weekend, he's like, "No, we're going to Fargo." I'm like, "Why are we going to Fargo?" He's like, "I got a date." I'm like, "What?" He brings me on his date to final talk with Andrea. And I'm like, "Who is this? Who is this?" And that's the first time I met Andrea.
I remember I had lived with her and I had to go home back to the cities for the summer, and I hadn't talked to her in probably a month, and I came up and she was like, "Oh, guess what? I have a boyfriend now." And I was like, "Wait, who is this person? What are we talking about?"
You can tell when Jaden's locked in.
Oh yeah. Jaden
Locked in.
Jaden was locked on instantly from first date, honestly.
Both me and Jaden lived in Fargo. And when Jaden Gimble came to Fargo, it was, I'm there to see Andrea.
Okay, whenever you want.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You wore your blue suit. What do you think?
How did you go from that to this?
I don't know how to put that on, but
Thank you. Amazing.
love you.
Show me the picture.
He brought me a picture of when I was little.
When I saw you in the morning light, I just held my place, and it goes with a little time. We'll give a memory.
Favorite memory of Andrea growing up? It was actually just a few years back on her birthday. She said, "Dad, I think I need some new golf clubs." So I took her shopping and got her fitted for some clubs. And I kind of had somewhat of a budget in there. $1,000, maybe that's enough. Well, they were a little bit over. And then we got up to the checkout counter and she had this ping putter. And I said, "It's a little bit too much, Andrea. Let's take the putter out. Put her back in," she said. So that was a good story, just confident and, okay, what am I gonna do? Not buy her a putter? That's Andrea. Yeah.
Strong-headed.
Yeah. Knew what she wanted and she did it.
So Andrea and I have known each other since we were in 6th grade, and she and I honestly clicked right from the start, right when we met, and she's just so funny and outgoing and has the best personality and is so easy to get along with anybody and everybody, and can't imagine my life without her.
I could just tell the second I met her that I was like, "You are going to be one of my ride or die lifelong best friends. And I was like, I would love nothing more than to live with you and get to spend every waking second with you. So I was like, this is just perfect.
Andrea's very genuine. You know, she's, I don't think there's any fakeness with her. She's just a very genuine, beautiful person. What do you think?
Oh my God.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Thank you. You almost so bad yourself.
I love it.
Okay.
Good job.
Look at your blue suit. Look pretty good.
Want to do a twist?
A twist? You mean a spin? Sure.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love you.
Your wedding day. I love you too.
I gotta look away.
Are you ready for this?
I need another kiss. I waited all these months for this.
I know.
It's beautiful.
I don't know where she came from. Kinda turned me upside down. I just don't know what to do. I wanna spend the night at hers and bring her one of my t-shirts so it smells like her perfume. Now I really get what the love songs are talking about, and I just wanna tell her how I feel, scream it out loud. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart is beating fast and you're sweating and you can't stop looking at her smile, then you've been in love. That's how you know you've been in love.
First time we met Jay, probably at Bismarck High, right?
And Jaden was just a goofball in school. That's how I remember Jaden as a kid. I remember that Malibu that he drove, and he get a few speeding tickets in that place.
Yes.
Just did that.
And a couple of dents in the Jeep.
Well, first time I actually met Jay was when he had his Saturn Ion.
I remember that thing.
And he had her tuned on E85. Thought it was a supercar.
He's a funny guy, like jokester type of guy, and went to the school one day and one of his Phi Ed teachers pulled me into his office and said, "Oh, we had to take this note away from Jaden today, so I thought you might enjoy it if you want to read it." And on it said, "Hi, Miss Pickler. I'm just wondering if you're a nacho cheese Dorito, a regular Dorito, or a cool ranch Dorito." Yeah, pretty tacky, but that's Jaden.
My first impression, he hugged me right away and he's like, "Hey, I'm Jaden. Nice to meet you." And I was just like, wow, like that was big of a guy to do. And we clicked right away in the car. We were singing songs. Taylor Swift, to be clear. He loves Taylor Swift. And Justin Bieber, can't forget Justin. Just right away, he was so sweet and genuine to Andrea's friends. So I knew that if he treated us that way, that she was very lucky to be with him and be treated that way too.
There's not a single bad thing you can say about him. So it's like,
He's one of just those people that doesn't.
like if there's anyone that doesn't like him, then it's probably their problem.
Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart is beating fast and you're sweating and you can't stop looking at her smile, then you've been in love. That's how you know you've been in love.
You know what? Things must be right, because I thought coming over here, there is no way we're going to be able to do an outdoor wedding. So somebody is looking out for you and getting you a great start. Family and friends, I'd like to begin by welcoming you all here today on this beautiful afternoon. You know, they say getting married when it rains on your wedding day, is good luck. Getting married in the rain's even better.
Andrea Rose, today, surrounded people closest to our hearts, I choose you to be my wife. Ever since our paths crossed 9 years ago, I knew you were someone special. From long distance to now living together, there's never a dull moment with you. The both of us have done what others have found to be impossible. 200 miles separated us at the beginning, but that never stopped our love for one another. I still look back to those days, counting down the miles until I got to run into your arms for a hug filled with all your love. The miles as I left thinking about how amazing it was to spend time with you.
We could drive all night, we could drive all night. You couldn't waste my time even if you tried. Can you feel my hands shaking, heart racing? I miss this feeling. We could drive all night, we could drive all night.
Jaden Micah Gimble. It feels like just yesterday, I was 15, crushing on the cute, blue-eyed older boy that caught my attention at a golf tournament. Little did I know that you would become my best friend, my better half, and today my husband. My grandma once told me, when you know, you know. I was always a little skeptical of that cliche phrase until you came into my life. Our love is the type I've been dreaming about and praying for ever since I was a little girl. Your smile and your laugh turns my bad days into great ones. You are always supporting me and pushing me to pursue any crazy dream I may have. You are my safe place and make anywhere life takes us feel like home.
We'd like to celebrate the marriage of Jaden and Andrea today. Each and every one of you represents someone important in the individual and collective lives of both of them.
We pray that you would richly bless them as they exchange their vows and their wedding rings, and from this day forward, that they would walk hand in hand into everything that you have destined them to be.
I promise to be loyal to you physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
I vow to let you sleep in on the weekends and watch movies based on true stories with you at night.
I promise to always admire you with every heartbeat. I promise that I will never keep score, even when I'm winning.
I vow to find a way every day to make you smile. I vow to treat every day like it's our last and to never stop dating you. I vow to love you unconditionally every day for the rest of our lives.
We could drive all night, we could drive all night. You couldn't waste my time even if you tried. Can you feel my hands shaking, heart racing? I miss this feeling. We could drive all night, we could drive all night. We could drive all night, we could drive all night. You couldn't waste my time even if you tried. Can you feel mine? We could drive all night, we could drive all night.
Hi everyone. Jaden and I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for coming today and celebrating with us and braving the weather. I know it wasn't ideal, but thank you all so much. Jaden and I are so grateful.
It would be you, only you. We might not have forever, no time for taking chances. It would be you, always you. And when the lights go out, we'll just keep on dancing in the dark, as if the world has got to end. You might as well just stand up in my arms.
For a period of time, we kind of grew apart as you graduated and wanted nothing to do with your younger brother. But after Andrea, once you met her, all of a sudden I existed again. Thank you very much. All right, Andrea, I'm sorry to tell you, but Jaden's love for his computer iRacing outweighs anything except you. Since you guys mastered golfing with each other, I thought I'd give you guys, as a wedding gift, I got you a steering wheel I also got you a gas pedal, don't worry, it's underneath, and a headset. So Jaden will never have an excuse not to play with you.
As if the world has got to end, you might as well just stand up in my.
And Jaden, since the day you took Drea on your first date, your first official date to the golf course, of course, I noticed something different about her and how happy she is when she's around you. You compliment her so well. You're thoughtful, patient, kind, and always down to have a good time. And I've never seen her happier in my life, and that's exactly why I know you're just right for my girl.
Andrea, Jaden, couldn't be more proud of you. Wonderful couple. You're happy. You're always smiling. More of those to come. And I got a quick story though. Jaden's the youngest. Played golf with him many times. Jamie, the dad, played golf with him many times. Terry, where are you? Terry Gimble, played golf with him many times. All in that Gimbler cart out here, the Gamble. And another person I played golf with in his family, Simon Gimble, the granddad, and he's not here today. And another person I played golf with one time, it's my dad, in the Gambler cart. So, you know what that means? 4 generations of Gimble. I want to play with 5 generations of Gimbles.
Strike a match, start a fire. We can burn out all night. Breathe the smoke through your lungs. Paradise, here we come.
I could tell Andrea was totally in love with Jaden. He was very kind. So I just knew he was a good person. So yeah, I'm glad she ended up with Jaden.
Every time she walks in a room, her face just lights up, and you can just tell that the second they met, or the second they started talking again, that she's just been so unbelievably happy, and his face just lights up the same way hers does whenever they see each other. And so I truly don't think there's 2 people that are more meant to be than that.
I really enjoy seeing them together. They really complement each other. You can tell they're in love. They smile, they laugh, they truly enjoy each other. And I think that I noticed that from the first time he introduced us to her. So I think that for me as a mom was pretty special, that I could see how much he cared for her and she cared for him.
Yeah, they're just like each other. They both like the same things and doing the same things and that kind of stuff. So I think it's kind of like a perfect match.
I think anyone could admire. They're really good at dating while dating.
That's why they're set up for a successful marriage. They'll continue to just keep dating each other.
Say 7th or 8th grade is when they met, and I was really good friends with her at the time, and she told me about this Jaden guy, and I was like, okay, he's super far away. And then life came around and they're in love, and I'm here for it. Welcome to the family, Jaden. We really do love you. Thank you to everyone for coming, and congrats, Andrea and Jaden. I love you guys.
So let's raise a glass to the most important people in the room, Mr. and Mrs. Gimble.
I'll simply say a favorite saying I've heard numerous times, and that is, May the happiest days of your past be the saddest days of your future.